Hi guys, it's me, Rusty78609, Central Texas, USA. It's a little after 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's warm outside and a little humid. This is my RV, a full-time RV. I've done it for 23 years. This is a 26-foot Jayco J-Flight bunkhouse model. And I'm at my home base in Central Texas. And I have a question from a viewer. And my name is blah blah blah. Just learning about Van Dweller RVing. Set cut. This individual says that they're just learning about the quote van dwelling, RVing, etc. way of life, and my channel has been informative so far. It says I'm an older person, retired but willing to work, single, tired of life with so much clutter, rent's too high. Says I have only a short time to find a cheap RV, or I would love the truck camper style. If you have time, could you do a video on how to find your first road home for under $10,000, if that is even possible? I'm a little bit younger than me. Everybody in the world's younger than me, okay? And it gets worse every year. Being a woman who doesn't know anything about RVs, Craigslist would probably be my demise. Laugh out loud, I hope not. But they're going to see me coming with a dunce cap on. Yeah, that's amazing. You got to watch the scams on Craigslist. She lives in Texas, da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, the question is basically from an individual that's retired and looking for a way to go traveling relatively inexpensively, or at least that's what I'm going to read into this. And they're looking for a vehicle that will fit that budget and their needs. But anyway, without some more information and knowing a lot or several different things, I will just generalize on the framework of what some of the things you might want to consider. And one of the things you can do, if you don't know exactly what type of vehicle you want, then you're going to have a hard time finding it. You got to narrow it down to get, bring it into a little more of a target. And one of the ways you can do that is see what other people are doing and see if that might be something you would like. And one way you can do that, and I think the website is called Enigmatic Fanatic, Enigmatic, Enigmatic Fanatic. And they have a YouTube channel, and they show every kind of RVing and camping, traveling style you can imagine. And they got van dwellers on there, people living in cars, people living in vans, small vans, people living in large vans, people living in truck campers. And you mentioned truck campers and RVs. There's all different types of RVs. You got the travel trailer, which I have, which is a bumper pull. And I have a 26-foot Jayco J-Flight. And they also make fifth wheels, which, the little hitch goes, the hitch goes in the back of your pickup, and it hooks up a little differently, but it's basically a travel trailer. And the next one is, the motor homes, and you got Class A, B, and C. And when you get into the Class A's, they're probably going to be a little expensive, and if you can find one within your budget, it's probably going to be a ragged out piece of junk, okay? And they can be a little expensive to maintain. Tires for motorhomes are expensive. Now, for a travel trailer, it depends on what size you want. You can probably get by pretty inexpensive, and $8,000 will get you a fairly nice used travel trailer. Now, what you can do to keep from getting scammed too bad is you'll probably pay a little more, but go to a reputable, if you can find one in your area, RV dealer that handles used RVs. Because what you can do there, usually they'll check it all out and be sure the air conditioner and everything, they'll be sure everything's working before you pull off the lot, including the trailer brakes, which you need, the electric trailer brakes. You need to be sure that's true. So that's one source of information, is going to an RV dealer, and at least while you're there, look at some of the used units that are in your price range and what might work for you, and see what kind of junk you're going to have to deal with. Now, as to the what you call the truck camper style, the drop-ins, the ones that fit in the bed of the pickup, I've seen several of those, and I've never had one. So I'm not speaking with, with a background of experience here, but having seen them and looked at them, because I thought about using one at one time years ago, because I've been doing this for 23 years. I've seen a lot of different things. They work, okay? Now, as far as fuel economy, now it depends on whether you got a diesel pickup or gasoline. Diesels always get better fuel economy than gasoline, so that's a point. Diesel engines last a lot longer than gasoline engines. That's another point. So you might be, but with the truck camper, you know, it just depends on your lifestyle. I mean, because you can get the insert, the camper that's put in the truck, in a lot of different varieties. You can get them without any amenities, just a blank form, so to speak. Then you can get them that are set up pretty much self-contained. I mean, that'll have a toilet and a shower, and you know, they can rig them up with everything, but it's going to cost you. And how much, I don't know. If you have a truck already, then that's obviously a direction you should seriously consider. If you don't have a truck yet and you're looking at buying a truck and some insert or a travel trailer, you're looking at more than $8,000, I think. I don't see how you could possibly get, well, you could get a used truck, you know, and hope it lasts, and a used RV for $8,000 combined. You could actually do that. And you know, you just have to probably be a mechanic to keep it going. That's all I can tell you. But again, you know, as far it depends. If you have a vehicle, and I'm making the assumption that you have a tow vehicle of some kind that's a truck, and you're thinking about using the truck as a camper, putting the insert in it, or using your existing truck to tow a fifth wheel or a travel trailer. If that's the case, then for $8,000, you should be able to find a fairly decent either truck insert or travel trailer. And how do you find a good travel trailer? Man, it's like finding a good used car or anything else. It's mostly just luck. But again, I'll give you some information that I've given in other videos about looking for used equipment, and this applies to anything that has anything that you buy used, okay, anything. Do a Google, if you're going to buy it from an individual, get their address, because you're going to have to go look at it, obviously. And when you get that, go to Google Maps and look at that neighborhood. You know, do the Google Earth thing or whatever it is, where you can go right down to the street level and walk the street and look at the houses, look at the neighborhood, you know, look at the type of cars that are parked in the driveway. And if it's a nice upper middle income neighborhood or in that range, you know, it's nice, the yards are mowed, the cars look nice, the houses look decent, then that tells you, it's an indicator. It's not 100% accurate, but it is an indicator. And you get enough indicators, you can be a lot more accurate. An indicator, it would be an indicator that the person that owns that thing that you want, whether it's an RV or whatever, it's just an indicator that they have the economic strength to keep that piece of equipment maintained, and probably did. And you know, it means that the tires will probably be in good shape. If it's an automobile, it means they probably maintain it, you know, oil changes and all that stuff. If it's an RV, they probably, if anything broke, they probably had it repaired and so forth. But if you can get, now back to RVs, but that's one way to kind of narrow it down to the one that you might want to physically go look at and make a decision. Now, if you get a used RV that's less than 9 years old, I believe that's the cutoff now, you can get what's called an extended warranty. Is it worth it? Yes. At that age, yeah, if you're getting a used RV that's 6 years or older, then I would highly recommend you look seriously at getting an extended warranty. And you can find that out before you make the purchase by contacting the people that cover or the extended warranty companies. And one of them is at Advantage, Advantage, and they're out of Florida. I had their extended warranty on a unit years ago, and it worked. I got a new refrigerator. They did something to the oven. What else did I get? Air conditioner. They actually replaced the air, and they covered all of it. And it cost me $700. Now, how much they cost now? is totally based on the age of the unit. In other words, if it's close to that 9 years, the price is going to be a little higher because they're not fools. They know that things are wearing out. And usually in an RV, after 4 or 5 years, the water heater is gone. They don't last very long. So I hope I've, I hope I've totally confused you. But again, narrow your search down to the type of vehicle that you want. That's step one. If you have to rent something or go look at a used one and just kind of drive it and see if that's something you might want to do, or talk to people that have one. You can go to forums on the internet, Google forums, for people that have the truck campers that you're thinking about or whatever else you're looking at, and there's all kinds of information, and it's fairly reliable because it's coming from the owners. So anyway, having said that, all I can tell you is good luck in your search. I have a playlist on my channel for RVing tips. My channel is Rusty78609, all lowercase, no spaces. But if you go to my homepage, there's a playlist for RVing tips, and you can scan those and see if there's anything in there that might help you in making your decision. So having said that, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, good luck.